players that have played in a Game 7. You've coached and played and had some success. What's your message as you board this flight and get out there?
Well, we'll get together. That game just ended last night. We haven't seen the guys, and we'll get together tonight and we'll talk about certain things. But our guys should be excited. Our Game 7 really is no different than our Game 6. If we didn't win last night, we're done. So I think we got that going for us. We've already taken on an elimination game as a young group and found success. And we'll get on the plane here, get some meetings in, and get going. Our guys will be ready to play.
Can you draw a parallel to your years in Carolina when you won a championship and Carolina non-traditional market, kind of forcing the rest of the league to take stock of that market and the opportunity at hand here for the Predators to have everyone watch tomorrow and do something special?
It can be. You can always draw comparisons. I'd probably be better equipped to answer that after the game, and there'll be a result, and we'll know our fate at that point. But when you're faced with these situations, and they happen all the time in a run towards the Stanley Cup, no matter how far you get, there's always these situations where you have to make your story, and you have to create that. And last night was just a piece of it. Tomorrow would be a piece of it, and then you move on. And I'm sure there'll be a lot more pieces after that. So it's best just to go slow. Last night's over with. Now we got to start focusing on Game 7, and it'll be good. It'll be fun. Our guys, like I said, they played hard last night. The fact that it was an elimination game didn't seem to get to us. It didn't seem to bother us, and they did a real good job. So,
Coach, you talked about wanting the guys to not think about what the situation is and just play the way you know you can play. How did that help last night, and how do you use it for tomorrow?
Well, I mean, the situations are what they are. The players know it. I think I was trying to say that, like, did you wake up and how do you avoid? You can't. They know what's going on. They knew what was going on last night. They knew it was an elimination game. History is there, and you have to acknowledge it when you wake up in the morning that you're faced with an elimination in Game 6, and then go out and do your best to play it. Nothing will change with that tomorrow. They're going to wake up the same way. And I was thinking about it, that there's such good leadership in our room, and quality. The captains and the leaders of the room are quality people and have great character, and guys that you would want to be in those situations. And last night was just a perfect example. A guy like Paul Gostad, Shea Weber, Pekka Rinne, Mike Fisher, so James Neal, lots of guys. But I'm just saying the leadership, I think, is really important in those situations, and we've got some good leaders.
Perhaps this is self-explanatory, but in a Game 7, when both teams are facing that do-or-size situation, how much different is this game in terms of every little thing that happens on the ice as opposed to any other game?
Well, I guess what I was saying was last night, that was an elimination game for us. It wasn't for them, but it was for us. And I said it last night, I think, Pierre, to one of your questions, it's a matter of, it's so small. The margin of winning and losing is so small. Even in Game 5, I thought we did some really good things, and I had said it after Game 5, and we wanted to pull those things and bring them into Game 6. And I feel like we did a good job in Game 5, and then we brought some of that into Game 6. We just want to continue that and bring it on into Game 7. And, it's going to come down to, I think I ended it with this last night as well, it's going to come down to the team that can play with the most energy and execute the best. Maybe get a bounce or a break, too.
Kind of along those lines, Peter, in your experience in Game 7s, when the series is so even, does the venue matter at this point with everything that's on the line?
No, I think it's an initial blast, but both teams have proven that they can take the venue and quiet it a little bit. An early goal. James Neal got an early goal in Game 1. One of the games in Anaheim, they got a goal less than 2 minutes in our building, and it's just a different feel and a different look at that point. I thought we did a good job last night of just coming out, and they did as well. I think I said it at the interview at the halfway point of the first period on TV that it was just defensive. It was both teams just making sure that they're sharp with their defense and their checking, and that led to a game that didn't have a lot of pop to it offensively. I thought we got going in the second period, but probably be the same thing tomorrow. I don't think the venue matters as much once you get through the opening raw and the energy that's there. The puck's going to drop, and the team that plays better is going to win.
We'll take one more if there is for Coach, and then we've got James Neal here.
I just wonder, Peter, I know you stay within your series, and I've known you long enough, but Chicago and LA are out, two teams that have won all the cups in the last. It feels like a spring of newness in the West with teams advancing. I mean, does that feed into the opportunity at hand for you guys?
I mean, I watched the end of that game last night, and I'm speaking honestly, and I'm not giving you coach speak here. I haven't thought about that once. And there's just so much on our plate right now. There was so much on our plate last night. It remains on our plate right now, moving out, that we've got to take care of our own business. Maybe I'd think about that a little bit more down the road. But right now, I think everybody's just got their eye on the ball and an eye on a big game, and so I haven't thought about that.
I figured it.
James, you're one of the few players on this team that's experienced a Game 7. And what do you tell your teammates that haven't about what to expect in a game like this?
Yeah, I think, I just read a quote the other day from, I don't know who it was, I think it was a guy in Chicago, and he said, I don't think you can ever be ready, or I shouldn't say be ready, ever get ready for a Game 7. I think it's a lot of excitement, a lot of nerves. It's what you play for. You know, like I said yesterday, you just, you know, as a kid, you grow up playing in a Game 7 and scoring big goals and winning it for your team. So for us, we just did a great job last night to push it to Anaheim and give ourselves a chance to move on. So nerves and excitement, and we'll be ready to go.
James, Peter just said that for you guys it doesn't really change anything because last night was an elimination game. Do you think there's any advantage to the fact that you've already had that taste, you've woken up facing elimination going into tomorrow?
Well, I think we're just both going to have it. It's desperation tomorrow, win and move on. So the better team will win tomorrow, and we feel like we've done a great job up to this point, so we got to do everything we can to win tomorrow. So we've been underdogs all year. I don't think you know, people saw us to be in this position. So every guy in our dressing room knows that, and we just have to have that belief that we can do it.
Was last night's game the blueprint for tomorrow, or do you have to take it to another level?
Tomorrow was just a huge win at home to push it to a Game 7. So I like the way we played last night, and I think every guy's forgot about that, and we'll focus on tomorrow.
You've played in different markets and understand maybe more than others about teams being treated differently in terms of perception, games put on national TV. You know, the Predators wouldn't be NBC's #1 pick on most nights. The opportunity at hand tomorrow that everyone's watching. One game left in the first round to make a statement for the franchise. Is that exciting for you?
Yeah, that is you know, really exciting for our team, and a lot of players in our room. So been on different stages, played in Game 7s in our home rink when I was doing it, and I think you know, there comes a pressure when you're playing at home in a Game 7. You want to win that game for your fans, and so for us, we just you know, we go into our hotel room tonight, get some sleep, rest up, and have a focus to win a game tomorrow.
James, is the pressure on them going back home to win?
Yeah, I think the pressure's been on them the whole series. Everyone's picked them to win, so we know what kind of team we have here in Nashville, and you know, we did everything all year to push ourselves to this point, and you know, why not win one more game?
You talked earlier about nerves. Is this your way of keeping it loose?
Well, going to California, so got to dress accordingly.
How fun was it to get back out there for you last night?
Yeah, it was great. It was a high energy game. Yeah, it was a lot of fun. I thought we were sharp in a lot of areas, and I thought we moved well, and you know, ultimately we fought to the end and you know, try to make a push and get a few more. So it was nice to get the win.
Has it sunk in that you're going to play in a Game 7 yet?
No, it hasn't. It's it's do or die at this point. I think we like our game right now, and we're always going to try to get a little better. And we've definitely had some good games in the past there, but we're expecting a big push from them.
What kind of a game does this team need to win Game 7 tomorrow night?
It's built on small things. I think you've seen teams come into other teams' buildings and create their own energy, and I think if we start off with that mindset and use our energy in the right way and stay out of the after the whistle stuff, I think we'll be just fine.
Greg, once you get to a Game 7, does the venue matter at all?
At that point, it's just it's about the game. I think, obviously, their fans are going to be cheering when they're doing good stuff, which you can see how it results at our rink. But ultimately, I think it's just whoever's going to be sharp and playing between the whistles is going to win.
It seems like to me the pressure is all on them. Do you feel that way?
I don't know. I think there's pressure on both teams. It's do or die, and if you don't play so well, especially in the first period there, it's going to be huge.
Do you guys have another level to which you can elevate your game for this game? Everyone always talks about you got to take it to another level.
Yeah, I think so. I just think where we're at with the series Game 7, I think that's just going to elevate everybody. I think as far as being sharp and being ready and having that composure, I think it's going to be there. I think we got a lot of guys that have a lot of fight in them, and we'll be ready to go.